Alright, hey there Prox Gaming Crew, and this is Proxify here. We're back for some more of the Persona 4 Golden Let's Play. If you did miss out during the last one, well, we got to know about this whole group date cafe thing. Now, we are going to have to learn more about this as time goes on throughout this month of October. And now, within the way of the last set episode 2, we also did get to go and know a little bit more about what the whole Yukiko social linking was there. We just went and maxed her out, so that's really nice. We are, however, going to be doing another type of max linking as well, because we can't forget about with Nanako, and that will be happening in this set episode later on. Now, of course, we do have Naoto that is going to be here, and I think during our time, I think it was probably around within the October 24th day, is that we are able to now go and do something within Naoto, but unfortunately for right now, we do have to go and do some sort of boosting of our knowledge at this point in time, because for right now, within the way of how we could go and be able to do the social linking with Naoto, we do have to go and talk to some sort of random other stranger dude that's back over at the north central district of the shopping area that's going to be there. And once we actually be able to go and do that, and once we do have the said type of upgrade for the knowledge that we do need, we'll go and talk to that guy, and then hopefully by that time we should be able to get whatever Naoto's Arcana is going to be, and we'll try to build up alongside within her. Now, speaking about with Naoto, she is going to have to go and participate in some sort of strange contest or beauty pageant that is going to be happening pretty soon within the school, and that will be also a thing that we will be learning about within our time from this Let's Play. But for right now, within these two videos for today, not only are we just going to be doing, of course, with just said Persona 4 Golden, but we are going to also have to go and jump on into with some other things of the Pac-Man World Repack. Currently, right now in Pac-Man World Repack, we are going to have to be jumping on into World, I think 4 at this point in time, right? I almost said World 5, but yeah, we are jumping into World 4 out here. That is going to be known as the Fun House. So there's going to be some pretty interesting things about within that type of way. So can't wait till we go and do some exploration throughout there. And now, I do want to go and talk to you guys about one thing that has happened throughout my life so far, and that is, if you guys don't know, I am in this radio program for college right now. I am on my first semester for what this whole entire program is about. I believe there's like 3 other different semesters on top of it, and mind you, I don't know exactly what's going to happen with me and doing this whole radio program, because I am a little bit on and off between if I do want to continue onwards with it or not. I know that throughout, like, most of my experience so far throughout this radio program has been a little bit 50-50, and I know that currently right now, since I am doing this type of group project at this point in time with some other group members that I do have, there is this type of live performance that we're going to have to do for, like, I think like 7 days of like every type of week throughout like Tuesday or something like that, and we're normally like the #1 group that we're going to have to go and do it at like early in the morning, which is like absolutely annoying. And mind you, the place that I have to go to now within college has a lot of construction now. Before, there wasn't really all that too much amount of construction, but it is like construction central around within all the places that I have to go, and it takes like such a long time for me to go and try to cross on through. Now mind you, the good thing is that within the morning it's not like as bad, but having to come back home around within like the 11 or 12 o'clock type of hour within that time, it's really not all that too fun, because like I know that during that time it's always really hectic around there. But yeah, like when we went and did our group performance for our first time for today, I was actually the soundboard guy, and at first I thought I was a little bit comfortable with it, but my professor was also there, and I think during the time I kind of froze up in some situations, having to go and do some of the different type of soundboards things. But mind you, within this type of group presentation or this type of group performance that's going to happen for quite a while, we're actually able to not really get marked for some other things that we can go and do within there. So we actually have like 2 like freebie type of misses. So like basically if we like all screwed up like within the way of how this whole performance was supposed to be, then we don't really need to get ourselves marked for it at all, and then we can also go and then kind of redo or do like another reattempt or something like that for the next time that we have to go in and perform again. But that was just because that within our group we had no idea what we were going to be getting ourselves into with, and they kind of went and thrown us right into the wolves at the very beginning of this whole entire radio group performance this thing here, so we didn't really have anything all prepped up or anything ready to go, so we were kind of like just free balling everything throughout our way out there. But mind you, I know that next time our group, we should be a little bit better for when that does happen. But yeah, so that was what was going on for today. Unfortunately, the sad thing is though is that we actually don't have the said type of log for what that radio performance was, so I can't really give you guys a little bit of a snippet from what has transpired from there. But anyways, with me trying to like be froze up within my time of that, but it's okay. You know what? Everybody has those type of missteps. You know, like basically, if you guys don't know my story, back when I went and did YouTube, I had mishaps before, even when I first started, and then even when I went and did live streaming before as well too. And it wasn't until like many years later on I actually start to get like much better within my time of not having to like freeze up all that much. But you know, it's all right. Yeah, so I was actually like somewhat of like the soundboard guy, but I was also a host as well too within the within this type of live thing that was going on for our group performance. But there we go. So speaking about with Nanako getting maxed out, we are finally here with that said maxed out situation. So that's always good to see. So what is that now? So we have not only Nanako's done, but we have Dojima is finished, and of course we can't forget that Yukiko's done. So basically all that we're doing right now is that we're just waiting for Marie to get done, and I think pretty much by that time that when Marie's finished, we should be able to have our fourth maxed out type of person that's going to be there. And I think Yosuke is also another person too that he's almost getting done. But hey, there's Dojima. He finally showed up, and it looks like he's going to go and try out our well, I guess the type of I guess the son and daughter type of dinner that's going to happen for Dojima. I was going to say like the sibling dinner, but they're not really as siblings.
Good work, Nanako.
It's just normally that we came from Inaba, and I don't know how like the whole story goes with the Persona 4. I don't know if it's just because like Dojima has like a brother or something, and we're a part of that said family, and then we moved over here or something like that. I'm not really too entirely certain, because I forget about how the whole beginning part of how Persona already happened there. Because like I think like Dojima's our uncle, right, or like something like that. But anyways, here we go. We got Yosuke that's back over here once again, and we're learning about more of this whole cultural festival thing. Interesting. So we'll have to learn a little bit more about within there. I don't know if that could possibly have to do something with that whole beauty pageant stuff, but we're going to be learning about that here right now while we're checking out the bulletin board here. And basically it's going to have like a whole bunch of like different other like females that are going to be around, and it seems like we're going to be learning a little bit more about what Yosuke has went and done on this bulletin board, because he did go and sign up on basically Nayato, and of course with who else was it? Nayato, Chie, Yukiko, and also with Rize. But it seems like Rize will probably fit pretty much well within this whole beauty pageant, since again she is a model after all. But I don't know about Nayato though, or the rest of the other two other girls, because normally whenever Yosuke ever does something, they always go and pick on him immediately from there.
If this was any other year, she'd win for sure. Now she's up against Rosette. It's gonna be a
Now that Kashigawa lady, I know that she's like our professor, and I guess she's the one that basically created this whole entire thing, and I'm not really too entirely certain if she's also a part of this said type of like contest or whatever that's going to happen here within this.
Actually, I hear she has a lot of secret admirers.
Naoto's that boy.
Oh, so now we got all these other type of I guess like other students that are out here. They're kind of saying some different things about the other different characters so far. I guess they kind of have like the hots for some of the other different girls that are within our time. Now, mind you, we already got our relationship here within this game, so we don't really need to bother around with those type of girls right now. Maybe with Rize, I don't know. But we do have that relationship with Marie at this point in time, and I don't think we can really go and mess that up. Alright, so here we go. Now it's going to be lunchtime, and this is where Chie is going to be letting all of her anger and frustration right out at Yosuke here. Because this man always gets in trouble for everything.
Pageant! You wrote down our names without telling us, didn't you?
No, it wasn't me.
It always seems like Yosuke is always like the one that always has to get in trouble for everything, you know? He was the one that went and destroyed out that, like, that type of DVD or something that GA had or something, and, like, smashed it.
Seriously? Must have been something in the fine print.
Well, man, you're supposed to look at everything. You're supposed to make sure that before you go and literally do what you need to do, make sure that you look it over.
Do you want us to take part in the beauty pageant?
Well, yeah. I mean, you guys know how popular Yukiko is here. And on top of that, we have an idol and a detective prince. What's the point of having a beauty pageant if all these incredible heroines
Now,
are going to take
also
part?
too, we got to see like a little bit throughout here, I think probably during the last episode too, is that it seems like Kanji and Naoto kind of have some sort of like type of, I guess a little bit of some flirtatious stuff that's going on between them. Because I know that we kind of learned about that since like the very beginning of our time when we first didn't really know who actually was Naoto at the very beginning. All we know was just that there was just some sort of blue-haired kid that was just walking around, and we didn't really know exactly if what was going on with Naoto there. But now since we already know what her identity is all about and all that stuff, it seems like Kanji's getting a little bit more liking to Naoto here.
Hey, you guys are inching onto the bandwagon with Yosuke, aren't you?
Yep. So we already went and agreed.
Looking forward to seeing me. I might as
Yep,
well
all
put on a
these
show
type
for
of beauty here are gonna have to go and do their beauty pageant stuff.
That's right. That's the way to go. Teddy's
Oh,
looking
so now Yosuke's gonna go and throw the blame over to Teddy now, so he's also the one that was on top of it as well. Well, no figure, right? Because Teddy, this man has always been like some sort of like dude to always be like the ladies' man out here.
If we can't refuse, I suppose there's no sense in arguing the point. But it seems ill-fitting for someone like me to get up on stage. I wonder if there's any way I could take it up with the school authorities.
What? You don't need to go and like get like the principal and other things out here. Just go and participate and just have fun with it.
Seriously. Dude, looks like your blood's boiling even more than usual.
Silly Kanji. Just tell her you want to see her on the stage. So, is it a deal? The four of us will be in the beauty pageant?
What are you saying?
I beg you, please be in it. If you do, my, doubts?
Yeah, he can finally get his manly man powers back, I guess. Ever since the time that we kind of saw from his dungeon experience that was happening through there.
Do it, damn it! I mean, you're an ace detective, aren't you?
What does that have to do with a beauty pageant?
Alright, and I think we're almost about to be getting ourselves a little bit more closer to like the end of this set episode here. But wow, that's a lot of different things that they would have purchased here.
I'm so tired.
Where'd you guys go?
Over to Jeunesse. We had to go get some paint.
So they have to go and get the decorations going around within here.
Thank you. Did you have them write you an invoice?
But anyways, I think this is basically somewhat of a good enough time for us to go and just end off with the episode for today. So thank you guys so much for going and checking out with the said video out here for Persona 4 Golden. Basically in the next time for what we're going to have to do is that we should be able to get to learn a little bit more about what this whole beauty pageant is. We'll probably get into some other social linking if that is going to be something that we could go and possibly do. And I know that since we are going to be running on into a little bit more closer into our way of November, we should at least be able to get to see what is going to be transpiring when the time does happen with Nanako out here, and see what exactly is going to happen within there, and figure out exactly what we're going to have to see what this whole entire floor of all this different things that are going to be showing up in the Midnight Channel later.
Roll up this bit of cloth. Won't it kind of be like a ball?
But I know that as well too. I think as well we can't forget that we also do have with Pac-Man World with the repack series that's going to be going on for that said Prox guide. So if you do want to go and check out with everything that's going to be there for the World 4, you guys can go and feel free to go ahead and do that. But with all that being said in mind, I'll be seeing you guys in the next one, and of course, peace.